Little Red Riding Hood always wore a red hooded cloak. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mother called her and said, "Dear, your grandma is not feeling well. I want you to take this basket of goodies to her. But remember, don't talk to strangers and stay on the path." Little Red Riding Hood nodded. "Yes, Mother. I will be careful," she said. She took the basket and started walking through the forest to her grandma's house. As she walked along the path, she saw pretty flowers and cute animals. Little Red Riding Hood was happy and skipped along, enjoying the forest. Suddenly, a big bad wolf appeared from behind a tree. He looked at Little Red Riding Hood and said, "Hello, little girl. Where are you going?" Little Red Riding Hood remembered what her mother said, but the wolf seemed so friendly. She smiled and replied, "I'm going to visit my grandma. She's not feeling well, so I'm bringing her some goodies." The wolf's eyes lit up. "Oh, that's so kind of you. But where does your grandma live?" he asked. "She lives in the little house at the end of this path, just past the big oak tree," Little Red Riding Hood said without thinking. While she was busy picking flowers, the wolf ran quickly to Grandma's house. He knocked on the door. "Who is it?" Grandma asked from inside. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood," the wolf said, pretending to be the little girl. "Oh, come in, dear," Grandma said. The wolf opened the door, jumped inside, and gobbled up Grandma in one big bite. Then he put on her nightgown and cap and climbed into her bed. He pulled the covers up to his nose and waited. Soon after, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at Grandma's house. She knocked on the door. "Grandma, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood." "Come in, dear," the wolf said, trying to sound like Grandma. Little Red Riding Hood opened the door and walked in. She noticed something was strange. "Grandma, what big eyes you have," she said. "The better to see you with, my dear," the wolf replied. "Grandma, what big ears you have," Little Red Riding Hood said. "The better to hear you with, my dear," said the wolf. "Grandma, what big teeth you have," Little Red Riding Hood said, getting scared. "The better to eat you with," the wolf shouted and jumped out of bed. Just as the wolf was about to catch her, a woodcutter who was passing by heard the noise and rushed in. He saw the wolf and hit him on the head. The wolf fell down, and the woodcutter quickly cut open the wolf's belly. Out came Grandma, safe and sound. Little Red Riding Hood hugged her grandma tightly. "I'm so glad you're safe, Grandma," she said. And from that day on, Little Red Riding Hood always listened to her mother and never talked to strangers again. They all lived happily ever after.